Okay, now we're moving on to chapter 15, doing things with switch. Switch statements are like highways with many different exits. The switch statement chooses among multiple cases by evaluating an expression. These values are like the exits. Each of these values in a switch statement is called a case. And so in this chapter, we use a switch statement to write a calendar program that gives you suggestions for things to do based on what day of the week it is. So a switch statement starts with the switch keyword, followed by an expression in parentheses, and then a series of different options called cases. So the syntax for the switch statement looks like this, with the switch expression case value 1, with the statements to execute followed by a break. So once, if it reaches case value 1, it will break from the switch and leave that, so it won't go through them. But if it's not the first one, it'll go through to case value 2, and then the case default as well. So the switch statement will try to match the expression to each case until it finds one that matches. And then it runs the statements within that case until it gets to the break statement, which causes it to exit the switch statement. Each case must end with a break statement or semicolon. This tells the program to do everything inside the case up until the break statements and then stop. Okay. So my main example is going to be the calendar, because it has a lot to it. So we got the code from JS Fiddle, and we want to make our JS activity of the day. It should give us something to do when we click what should I do today, and it's linked to the date. So we use the date object. That's something we learned in this chapter. It represents a single moment in time within a JavaScript program. And to create an instance of the date object, we use the keyword and assign the result to a variable name like so. So let my date equals new date. And this will assign the current date to the variable. But there's a few more things that can be done with it as well. We can get the day of the month with getDate. GetDay gets the day of the week as a number 0 to 6. GetFullYear gets the year with all 4 digits. We can get the hours in the day, 0 to 23. We can get milliseconds, month, seconds, and time. And the time is in Unix time, which is milliseconds since January 1st, 1970. And that allows us to do a lot of things and manipulate our data according to the date. So to use the getter methods of the date object, attach them to an instance of the object using a period or a dot. So we've created a variable to hold the date object, and we simply get the day of the week as a number with mydate.getDay, and the month, and so on and so forth. And we use this into our activity calendar program because we want it linked to the date and also what to do. So to start off, we declared these variables today date, and that's linked to our HTML page with the element ID today's date, as well as the to do button, which is linked to the element what to do. We then added a listener to the what to do button so that when it's clicked, it'll display the activity. We then created a new date object, let d equals new date, and then we called the display date function. And that function we'll go through. Okay. So let's show you how it works. I just want to go through some of the variables to show that I'm understanding it. So we finished the 2 functions. We had to find the display date function and add today's date dot inner HTML dot to date string. And then to make the date displayed in the result pane easier to read, we then made it today date dot inner HTML equals d dot to date. And then we finished up the function display activity, and we use the switch statement here. We first initialize the variable to hold the string that will contain the message for each day with you should, let you should. And then we wrote the condition part of a switch statement that evaluates the value of the day of week variable followed by an open curly bracket. Switch day of week. We wrote the first case, which will be for the value 0 or Sunday. So this is according to days of the week, and so on and so forth. So I just chose my own options here. So case 0 to 6 plus the defaults in case something goes wrong. Yeah, in case something is put in other than the number from 0 to 6. And then we finished the statement with the curly brackets. And under the switch statement, we wrote a statement to output the you should string into the div with an ID of thing to do. As you could see here, you should. Things to do equals you should. And let's show you how it works. Sorry, it's taking a little while. Sorry, I don't know why it's so slow today. There we go. Sorry, Precious, I don't know why my computer's been so slow today.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
There we go. What should I do today? So it is also linked to our CSS. As you can see, we've chosen a certain writing. It's got today's date. What should I do today? You should do some work, which I am doing right now. Fantastic.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, thank you. And that's the end of the chapter.